want to let that up B rip at low percents too, because if you do hit only the first hit and the armor goes, okay, I'm just going to stop talking about that as now we're switching over to Ivysaur. Courtesy of Burst, taking us directly into the second stock here in this game number 1. Kind of setting the tone. It's kind of a statement, right?
Wowee, man.
It says a lot. It says a lot about your play if you're getting spiked that early. Let's see if Saloum can answer back quickly. Not able to find a frame trap right away. Excellent fast option from Burst as he follows up with a down air pressure.
The biggest thing that Burst is representing right there is like, okay, you know what? You're going to float a lot off stage and in center stage and do some of your floaty reposition shenanigans. I'm not with it. I will call you out on that right there. And Saloum, of course, I need him to match that energy, right? I need to extend off of that, off the platforms, offer something like those stronger aerials with the Charizard right now, and look to force the situation early on. And there goes that fly. Not going to take it, but again, a very big statement. You can take a stock here soon. I'll do something like a forward there. There we go. Not overextending. Still playing patient like we mentioned earlier. Putting out those strong options, but not overcommitting there. Just getting out of there. Burst just like immediately disengaging and
all the way
not
to the
playing
other side
that.
of the stage. All the way to the other side of the court. And I would love to see an up B there. I thought that was going to be it. But this up throw might be on the platform. Absolutely. Yeah. It's nice
that was so well played from Saloum, though. Again, there's some situation where you expect Charizard to let it rip on like an up smash or something of the sort. But again, just like very slow-paced options. Looking for the F tilt, looking for the down tilts, the forward airs. Now bring this back, the second stock here, bringing the Ivysaur, and just looking to set the pace here. Great DI to not get hit with that up air, though. Looking to get out of there with the Charizard.
Yeah, you saw how Burst did wait for the switch, though, and was able to maintain his position and advantage. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Both of these characters have very, very good, but very, very committal options and disadvantage that they're going to be paying attention to. And it's going to be who is the most patient with their advantage state, who is the most recognizant of each other's habits, and there's the jump, right? You can see Saloum didn't have a follow-up. He's able to safely jump out of it, understanding that Saloum does not have the time to reach there with Squirtle. Falling down on him with the Nair.
That water gun looking to get some shenanigans started off soon. Immediately coming back in there with that Nair, representing a space in center stage, forcing Saloum to pull a trigger, saying, hey man, you want to challenge me? I've got this Nair, that big boot for you to challenge up there. I spot those to avoid that. I have to. Ew, what the
hold
freak?
on. The switch into the down, the side special. That, whoa, the tether cancel up air. That was such a good mix-up.
Matching the weight there on that double jump. Going to find the Ivysaur up air. Very good stuff there from Saloum. Back on there with that back air. Now representing Ivysaur probably from the end latter half of this game, looking to make it back. Waiting patiently for the recovery. Getting on with that Nair. Not going to do too much of the shield, but again, just keeping yourself safe with that space.
Ooh. I like how he didn't overextend there. A lot of the time you hit that kind of dash attack. Oh, as the forward air and the up air clean up that stock. But a lot of time you kind of hit that kind of late dash attack with up till here. I can maybe get like an up air. Recognizing, you know, it's low percent. I'm at very high percent. I want to play to my risk reward. I got to play to my game plan to try to inch this back. And so it shows to me that Saloum, while he may have lost that game number 1, definitely not out of it in the mental wise.
Definitely
you know
not.
Definitely in. He understands he understands the assignment. And that being said, Burst did find a very, very, very early stock on that first stock there.
Yeah, still kept that relatively close even after that first stock.
All things considered.
It's Saloum going forward now. It's recognizing like, okay, a lot of my set versus Marseille was a lot more passive, a lot more of recollecting myself off stage and then re-engaging afterwards. Oh, yeah. In this set, I don't get that luxury. Burst is going to be on me at all times, keeping the pressure going to be on me like white on rice.
Oh, yeah.
It's now recognizing that, like, I can't get a little freaky. I can start doing a little bit of those the Pokemon trainer silly things. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I think Saloum likes that.
I think that Saloum being able and being shown that like he's got kind of a roadmap, so to speak, for a lot of these, as you said, freakier little Pokemon trainer setups, that gives him the green light to play with a little more confidence. And we saw a confident Saloum against Marseille last time we saw him on stage here. Was a dangerous one indeed, right? Nice back air, going to pull him throw off stage, continuing the pressure with the up air, understanding the no double jump, and that's where the water gun is going to come in clutch, right?
Now, Burst getting a little too overzealous here, opting for the forward, trying to catch that drift in, and Saloum going to be punishing that accordingly, looking to catch him from the ledge. Utilizing the double jump there perfectly to avoid the pressure from that Nair. Going super deep, not going to opt for that. They were going for that forward air again, but Saloum learned his lesson the first time, gets back to the ledge immediately, and now representing these backers again in neutral with his Ivysaur. Comes up the cutter again, waiting patiently here. The egg toss getting caught out with the side special. Waiting a minute. Here we go. Has the right edge to the forward coming up from Burst and delaying the switch. Wow.
That was a crazy switch read. And like I said, it's pivotal that these characters and these players recognize the options that their characters have, right? These players recognize the disadvantage options, the committal, and the fact that they are so committal. That is what's going to lead. Whoa! Tether cancel dare this time from Saloum. Gonna shut me right up, actually. Double jump back air, but able to get through with the armor. The rising nair, and another one saying burst. Mine says mine's better.
All right, that's 2 ledge situations in a row where burst does double jump armor through and nair. At this point, if I'm burst, you gotta stop doing it now. Because eventually, now, Saloum's gonna start catching on and recognizing he can't do his aerial from ledge and punishing with a stronger option.
Yeah, especially if he switches over to Charizard, but off the ground with the bicycle kick, the Pele special. There's the nair. What do we got? Up throw, up air? Not quite, but forcing the double jump. I think that Saloum kind of was using that as a, are you gonna jump out of this? How scared are you of this up throw? Because, you know, I know burst is seeing those confirms.
We're gonna catch that roll in there with the forward air. Waiting patiently, going for the side special. Burst getting caught on the back with the special there again. You can jump in there with the forward air. Overthink a little bit. I love the spot dodge. You're gonna hit with the stars, but that's completely fine. Too much shield damage. Waiting patiently here for this Yoshi. With the double jump in. Had the right idea. The forward air just barely missing it. Oh, the forward air in the up air.
Yeah, 1-2 pieced up as Saloum entering his last stock of this game, number 2. The back throw going to give him a little bit of position, but the pivot grab of his own going to throw burst off stage. Let's see how Saloum potentially gets to close out this stock. Dashes just out of range of that dash attack on the ground. Understanding, look, Ivysaur has to maintain a certain amount of space, has to maintain a certain amount of range just to avoid trades like this that are going to accrue extra credit for burst, right? Just trying to play as safe as possible to preserve this stock. Moving into this third one, but burst not going to let him get the chance. Going to send him all the way off stage with the forward air at a very early percent. That first stock of game number 1.
Burst, honestly, has been doing such a fantastic job of, again, recognizing when the pace is slowing down in the game, and then boom, right back to reality.
Just closing it out. Just saying, look, a confident Saloum is a good Saloum, but if you can take that confidence away, if you can make him doubt, if you can make him feel like he's second-guessing himself in off-stage situations, when he's potentially looking for a reversal in burst disadvantage, that's where you're going to find a lot of these golden opportunities to take and claim a game just like you did that one. Moving back onto small battlefield for this game number 3. Burst looking to lock it out with a 3-0. Saloum looking to preserve his winner's side life here.
Already getting caught in a pretty sizable combo so far. Simmer said nothing to scoff at. I mean, and Nair out of that combo, using double jump armor, saying, you know what, I've had enough of these Ivysaur back airs, and getting that damage early on, and % here on this Ivysaur. Burst, again, taking a step back, opting for that egg toss, and then when he overextends, when he dashes in there to get another hit, that's when this Ivysaur can strike.
I like how Burst immediately hops into shield, understanding, look, I'm under a plat, I'm pretty safe here, but these down Bs are really mixing up Saloum.
With the Charizard here, barely makes it back in and burst. The pressure from the ledge with these aerials have been absolutely omniscient so far. Catching that jump in there, Charizard does not have the jump squad to make it back right there, man.
Yeah, and that was a little bit of a tell from Burst. He did turn around before holding shield there, able to get the full arc of that up air and then also be able to react to a roll and potentially an get it with a back air. So very good positioning from Burst, just opening up Saloum completely here in this game number 3.
Now opting for those tosses once again, catching that roll in there with the F smash. Saloum still having that peace of mind at the ledge once more. It's the right idea. Looking to catch his Divine Whip, then burst. Like you mentioned, turning his back, opting for the double back air there. Catching his Ivysaur, getting back to ledge. He's been so good with these reversals from ledge so far, especially on that platform. A nice spot to avoid the jab there into the up smash. Saloum down, but not too far behind.
Yeah, Burst has been absolutely incredibly patient while any of the Pokemon trainers' Pokemon have been above him. Understanding, look, I've got the advantage in terms of air mobility. I can always drift back if they're looking for a jump in. I can always reposition, but big damage opportunity here from Saloum as a miscued option on his shield is taking advantage, but Burst right back on his feet, looking for that 2-frame, looking for any option off ledge. A little bit of a scramble, and this down air going to send him right to the skies. The egg, too. 2 eggs. That's breakfast.
Okay. Again, coming back on there with the forward air. Catching Burst get a little too overconfident. As I say that, though, Burst is running all the way in and say, hey, you think I'm being over? By all means, that's fine. You can think all you want. I'm going to opt for that up air anyways.
Yes, sir. Grab. Big opportunity here. Understanding, okay, look, he's got only nowhere to be but in front of me here. The stall is actually going to lower that that threshold of timing, the mix-up on the timing, actually. F-tilt, down tilt rebuttal from Saloum, but just unable to get anything started.
Now the Divine Whip coming out, now waiting for Burst. Makes the approach back on the stage. Not going to find that F-smash just yet.
That's kind of the Saloum signature on the ledge, right? He's been hitting a lot of those today. The back air into the up B, gonna clean up the stock in just about even percents. This is Saloum's time to shine. He's got to make sure he doesn't lose a stock incredibly early like he has in the last 2 games, right? Let's see if Saloum will preserve this last winner's side life. I'll throw up air. Another one on the up air disadvantage. Another up air, and he's taking the lead, but oh, tech chase opportunity. Burst hesitate just a little bit, and Saloum able to get back into a neutral situation. Down throw up air. All the momentum on Saloum's side
double
here.
jump. There we go. Saloum definitely wants to find a punish here soon. Again, making space with the X toss in the forward air. Saloum not overextending. Here comes with the jab. Goes high there to avoid that forward air. Very good stuff. Burst looking to close the stock out there soon. Definitely wanted. Oh, getting back to Lister immediately again. The quadruple forward air.
The forward air machine.
So bad, but he's not going to find Saloum back on the Charizard. Getting out of there. The Phantom Footstool going to keep him alive. His air dodge to avoid that. Rolling back in there with the Charizard. A big hit could definitely get him back in this game. Oh, air dodging back through again.
I thought we were going to see an up smash out of shield from Burst.
Throwing everything out of the kitchen sink at this Charizard. So I'm looking to find a landing here. Gotta be careful on this platform. The backer comes out.
Oh my god, amazing composure for Saloum as he finds the back air onto the platform and takes the last game here. Oh my goodness, staying alive.
They're both dark blue.
They are.
I thought
They're both
that was
dark blue
it.
dragons. They're both dark blue dinos. All I'm saying is Saloum counting his lucky stars that traded, that max rage back air, locking that one out, and that does not feel good if you're Burst. That gives Saloum, who was already looking so much more solid in that game number 3, another lease on life here to turn things around.
Not only does that
die.
bring Saloum back with some momentum, get him back into the fray, that also helps him realize, hey, wait a minute, I have an answer to the onslaught of aerials being hit with me at the ledge. Time to mentally reset, to recollect myself at the ledge, and challenge this Yoshi nonsense.
Absolutely.
Charizard might be the answer we've been looking for.
Yeah, we've been seeing a ton of Ivysaur, a ton of Squirtle in this matchup. I would say mainly Ivysaur has been the damage dealer, right? Capitalizing a lot on Burst's verticality and the verticality of combos that Burst has been going for, but another one of these silly forward airs, putting my my heart rate into the thousands.
Okay. Burst is getting a little goofy right now.
Okay, I like the down air immediate jump out, but so far out. The stalls from the down air was actually very clever from Saloum, though.
He's up here, choking the Charizard once more. Burst looking very confident here off stage on this Kalos pick. He's back. Oh, challenging him there with the F tilt. There we go. Now Saloum bringing the pressure there with those Charizard F tilts. We're getting back, knocked back off stage. Down to the disjoints can't do much if you're sitting back off stage. Looking to chase him down. Saloum staying patiently back out the corner. Down throw coming out, doing some good damage. Not gonna find that forward air again. It's the pressure. It's finally matching his energy of throwing out those aerials. And hey man, I can do that too.
Oh, he jumped through. He actually armored through the Flame Breath with a Nair and actually pushed him to the corner. This back air gonna clean up the stock. But there's thanks to that armor in disadvantage, the recognition that Burst had to jump through the Flamethrower to find the Nair to push him to the corner and seal out that stock there. Up air not able to find the landing from Burst, and like Burst is just inching Saloum into the corner, inching him under these platforms, and just trying to limit his escape options here. But right now, Kalos kind of playing no favors, just giving him a lot of that platform to work with, as Saloum's kind of adapted to a lot of what Burst has been doing here. Just kind of an impenetrable fortress here.
On there with that forward, going to catch him. Yep, getting way too confident, throwing those egg toss from the corner, and Saloum going to call that out accordingly. Running back to his own corner, of course. But first, like I said, no stranger just rushing him down and putting his foot right back in his face. Saloum, again, pushing back. Like I said, the confidence Saloum needed to take back some of that momentum and utilize those Ivysaur disjoints. Hey, Yoshi, get back. Give me some space. This is my no square.
A little bit of breathing room is all Saloum needs to get himself back in this game here. It's not too far behind. He's whiffing the up B, though. But it seems like Burst's plan is just to use a lot of Yoshi's grounded pressure, the threat of these F-tilts, a lot of these mix-ups on shield, just to push Saloum into the corner. But Saloum, when he starts fighting back, when he starts catching these jump-ins, when he starts catching these dashes, when he starts throwing these Razor Leaves at him on the ground, he's creating such amazing pressure on the counterplay here.
That was 3 Vine Whips in a row. If I know anything, it's that Saloum's going to try to bait out Burst, thinking go for a Vine Whip, we often like an up air, something of the sort. Yeah,
just try to mix up the timing on the verticality here. And yeah, you called it
I'm
out.
a genius!
There it is, that up air. Oh, the spot dodge though that time on shield instead, opting to try to react to a potential preemptive down B call
so deep there.
The back air not going to kill yet. Up air. Oh,
kind of catch him drifting in there with that nair. So I'm looking to get back off this platform again, opting for the back air to check. Burst on the back foot, hanging on. Max rage here on this PT. The flare birds gonna get punished there with the down, so unfortunately just barely missing that hit. But 144 on burst. So I'm looking to take a stock here right now. If any more of that rage, this Yoshi can take it all the way to the bank at the end of this game.
Yeah, and this is the kind of situation that Burst wants to put himself in, right? He wants to find a lot of these little like cornered situations that Saloum's been putting in. Maybe capitalize a little bit more on that command grab, because Saloum has been putting up a decent amount of shields when he is fully cornered. But when he's not, when he's given the space to breathe, when he's got the space to fight back, he's been pushing Burst back into the corner, answering back on his game plan. And that back throw going to DI mix, 100%. Excellent stuff from Saloum, showing the fact that he's still very much in this game. Oh, jab one.
Yeah, definitely going all the way deep out there. Not going to get hit with that forward air. Now Saloum looking to get back into the mix here. Off to those back airs and forward airs from the platform, saying, I'm not scared of you jumping back in.
Oh, no.
Trying to make a space there with those egg tosses. After coming out into another up air. There we go. Saloum getting back into the lead here. Another up air coming out. Again, Burst expecting the final, but it's not coming out right now.
Yeah, these up airs, that's how we saw last game end, because that's how we saw most of Saloum, the way that he took momentum back in that game number 3. How are we going to see him finish things out?
Not from that final just yet, but chasing him down comes another one of those
up smash.
Oh, the swallow! Oh my God!
My goodness!
Delaying the master is coming out huge. 121 tries around line here, looking to make some pressure with those distros. Gonna catch him jumping up smash. Not gonna do it here on Kalos just yet. And waiting patiently there at the ledge, waiting to place something way around those egg tosses. Forder not gonna do it. Waiting for Burst to jump in or get overextended. Missing there with the backer. Backer with that fly. Burst waiting for the jump in. Had the right idea.
Oh, he had the roll read. He had the roll read.
Punish.
He had the roll read. All he needed to do was let the up smash rip, and he was able to get the forward air on the ledge hang. Just time spent off stage, not enough invulnerability. Saloum, unfortunately, going to go down to Burst 3-1, but wow, was that a set. Just hanging out on the ledge, just too much pressure in the corner for the game plan that the Burst had there. Burst just locked him down, had him in the corner, had him trying to fight back, and then had him on the ledge. The forward air is going to come out.